Hello, everyone. My name is Johnny Chimera. Welcome back to another episode of TNT News. I hope everyone had enjoyed their spring break. For our first interview, we have Claire interviewing a cheer member about the recent tryouts they had. Let's go to Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire Lee, and I'm here with cheer captain.
Victoria Tao.
So, Victoria, when will the cheer tryouts and clinics take place this week?
So this week the clinics are from 6 to 8 on Tuesday to Thursday, and then on Friday we have the actual tryouts at 4 p.m.
Thank you, and I'll make sure to be there.
Yes.
What techniques will you be teaching?
So we will be teaching 3 cheers, 1 defense, 1 offense, and 1 general, and then the basics of jumps and kicks, and then you will learn 1 dance routine.
That sounds very difficult. Do you have any tips for the newcomers who are trying out?
I would say just to keep a good mood and make sure you're friends with everyone and make sure you practice the moves at home so you can go full out for the actual tryout.
Thank you, Victoria. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Claire. Up next, we have Caitlin interviewing students on what they did over their spring break. Let's go to Caitlin.
Welcome back to News. My name is Caitlin, and I'm here with.
The one, the only, Justin Lopez.
So, Justin, how was your spring break?
It was all right. So basically the first weekend I went to Duck Club about 3 hours away. So they go hunting there. My mom's boss owns it, so he just lets us go there, I guess. But yeah, so it was really fun, really beautiful up there. Just drove around. They have ATVs, so we all drove them. But yeah, I'm the best driver of all my friends. But yeah, so we come back Monday, go Disneyland, get stuck on Thunder Mountain. So yeah, that was pretty fun. They gave us a fast pass, and yeah, and honestly, I went to the beach on Wednesday, Huntington, I believe. Then Friday I went to San Diego, Old Town more specifically. I get food poisoning, and yeah, still recovering.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it sounds like you did a lot. Sorry to hear about your, food poisoning, and they got stuck on Thunder Mountain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like you did a lot. Was there something that was your favorite thing that you did?
Well, probably just going up and driving the ATVs. That's my happy place, I'd say. I just love driving, I guess.
Okay. Well, now spring break is over, unfortunately, and we're back at school. Are you ready to finish off the school year and the semester?
Yeah, I'd say so. Just not happy about it. Yeah. But yeah.
Is there anything that you're gonna do Is there anything you're gonna do to prepare for that to end off the school year?
Study. Yeah, for finals, yeah.
Well, thank you for your time and thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for watching Titan News. It's Caitlin. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Caitlin. Up next, we have Gina interviewing a badminton team member on the game that happened last Tuesday. Let's go to Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina Kong, and here with me today is Caitlin, the captain of the badminton team. So they just had a game recently this Tuesday, and here are some questions to ask. So, Caitlin, so what was the score overall?
We had won 15-6.
And my second question is, what are some difficulties during the game?
We're currently missing almost half our team because they are in robotics for Worlds right now. So we did have to change up our roster.
Is there anything that you would like to improve on the next game?
Our team continues to work very hard, and we host clinics at night where everyone practices very hard. And
Okay. And my last question is there any announcements that you would like to make?
we have senior night April 25th against Mark Keppel. So you should come out and support the seniors.
Thank you, Caitlin. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Gina. Finally, we have Owen continuing his segment on the Drake versus Kendrick situation. Let's go to Owen.
So this is how it started, and this is how it's going. Well, kind of. Yeah, I know this might seem pretty confusing, so let's just get right into it. So about 3 weeks ago, I did a segment about a little skirmish happening between a couple of well-known artists and the music industry, those being Metro Boomin, Future, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole. Since then, a lot more has happened, in addition to a lot more developments in the story. Starting at the beginning of the timeline, Drake released a song featuring J. Cole called First Person Shooter, released in October of last year on his album For All the Dogs. During J. Cole's verse, he said, Love when they argue who's the hardest MC. Is it K Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? We're the big three like we're forming a league. K Dot, of course, referring to Kendrick Lamar, and Aubrey being Drake's real first name. Some people think that this was a compliment, other people think it was a diss, but whatever the case, Kendrick took that personally. Just a couple weeks ago in March, Metro Boomin and Future released their album We Don't Trust You, with a song like that featuring Kendrick Lamar. In that song, he communicated his distaste with Drake and J. Cole individually, along with other aspects of the music industry, ending his verse by saying, "There is no big three, just big me." That was as much as I talked about last time, but a bit more has happened. To start off, J. Cole responded to the diss by suddenly releasing an album called Might Delete Later, with the last song being his actual response. The song is called 7 Minute Drill, where he said a bunch of random vague things trying to diss Kendrick, which ultimately didn't even matter since he took back everything he said just 2 days after releasing the song. After this, there was radio silence for a couple of days until Future and Metro released an entire other album on April 12th called We Still Don't Trust You. On this album, many more artists diss Drake, those artists being Rick Ross, The Weeknd, and most notably, J. Cole. Okay, J. Cole didn't technically diss Drake, but he was still on the album that was primarily focused on doing that. Some people say he switched sides, some say he probably had that song in the works a while ago and just forgot to tell Metro not to put it on the album in light of current situation. But at this point, it seems like almost everybody is against Drake. So he decides to finally do something about it. Drake leaked a song he had been working on, Push Ups, Drop and Give Me 50, basically dissing everybody who had been coming at him at that point. Immediately, the title is already throwing shade at Kendrick, 50 referencing an unfair record deal that Kendrick Lamar took with Top Dog Entertainment, where they took 50% of his earnings. He started by bringing up how Future's first #1 song was technically his song, that song being Way Too Sexy. He compares The Weeknd's manager to a pimp, brings up Rick Ross's past, and disses Kendrick multiple times, many of the disses being about Kendrick being small. For example, How You Big Stepping, referencing Kendrick's latest album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, with a size 7 man's on. And for Metro, all Drake said was to shut up and make some drums, of course being in reference to the fact that Metro is just a producer. Probably the most insulting thing about this is that this is all he said about Metro on the entire song. However, it would only take a couple of hours for Rick Ross to respond with the single, Champagne Moments, where he said some other random things. Not too many people really consider this when looking at the big picture though, since it wasn't too significant. And finally, the most recent developments have just consisted of Drake messing with Metro. He posted a Latin remix of the line from Metro on Push-Ups on his story on Instagram, and sent an entire drum line to Magic City, a famous club in Metro's hometown, Atlanta, referencing the line about making drums. In all honesty, this whole situation is kind of meaningless, but it's still interesting to watch. I couldn't cover everything, so if you're still interested, many people have made deep analysis videos on the whole thing. But other than that, I'm just going to continue to enjoy watching everything go down, and all the good music we'll get out of it.
Thanks for that, Owen. And thank you for watching this week's episode of TNT News. Hope to catch you all next Friday. By the way, News Team is still recruiting right now, so if you want to join, look in the link in our description for a Google form. Or if you're around campus, you can look for posters on the walls. Anyways, you stay classy, San Marino.